counter? Very nice. So in that case, you didn't even need to blip. Just the lift was enough to throw the weight forward so the tail came out. So your job just got that much easier. You feel that little chatter?
Yeah.
Did you feel how just the lift was enough to send the tail out?
It's understeering nicely today.
It does everything nicely. This track is slicker than a Turkish whorehouse right now. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds good.
Sounds great.
So it feels like you're realizing when the tail's coming out pretty quickly. This is the slickest spot. In general, it looks like your vision's doing well. Like a lot of people, when the tail comes out, their eyes go like, I haven't really seen you demonstrating that yet, so that's a good sign.
This guy getting a little ahead already.
You can, but I mean, he's not making me nervous yet, but it's always good to keep him farther away. One thing, at about this distance, I find it's a really good crutch to help people force their eyes far around.
I see that.
Nice. So let's see, as soon as you get it caught, send it right back out. So the lift. You can feel how just that tiny blip wanted to send it right out again. And blip. You feel how the car was already rotating, so you were catching an understeer. That's the perfect time to give it the blip. It'll just send it out. And even that blip was more than you needed. It can be just a very subtle, like that. So I want you to feel how the understeer and the oversteer are really kind of the different ends of the same idea. They're both making the car not want to rotate and then making it rotate as you come out. So frequently when I hear people out on track say, oh my God, the tail just jumped out. What I know that translates to, I caught understeer, didn't recognize it, and then it went into oversteer and I was behind. They didn't say that, but that's what it usually means. So you've got a ton of understeer in there now. You feel how the steering wheel just went?
Wasn't doing anything.
Right, that's understeer. So for giggles, let's play with another game. Right now, give it a little throttle. We obviously got a little too slow. A little more throttle. Now just turn in like you're a madman. Just turn in like crazy.
Yeah.
And then open up. Did you feel how it actually turned in when you open the wheel?
Uh-huh.
So that what's happening there is you're getting the grip back.
The wheels are doing what they're supposed to.
Right. So they were doing nothing, and then as you dial it back, you get the steering back. I call that right at the limit where everything does the opposite of what you would expect, the little bizarro world. And it's key to understand that so that when you're understeering and you feel your steering go numb, the answer is quit asking so much of the steering. Open the wheel. Awesome. You're doing a great job. Catch it, send it right back out.
This is too much fun.
Awesome. Oh, catch it. Tuck the nose and send it right back out. Understeer you got there, sir. Did you feel that? As you open the wheel, the nose tucks in. If there's one thing you get out of this, I want you to feel what happens when you get that understeer. Because everyone wants to dial in more. Oh, it's not turning. You're killing yourself. Turn the AC back on because we're fogging up.
Yeah. Almost looks like the sun's trying to come out a little bit.
I've heard rumors that was going to be the case.
Yeah.
So I made sure to get out one time before lunch. I thought the track felt great, Skid pad copy. Canister. So you got lulled into a false sense of security there because the tail was coming out slowly.
Yeah.
Your hands were moving just as slowly as it was, so you were always behind it. So you got to remember, when the tail's coming out, it means de facto you're behind the car. So you got to go faster than the car is to catch it. That's good. Very nicely done. Yes. You really seamlessly went from having the understeer disappear to sending the tail out. So the fastest way to learn how to hold these for long ones is to go back to the ABC, kick it and catch it, kick it and catch it. Because what that's teaching you is reinforcing how to catch it. And what frequently happens is people are holding it out for a long time. They really aren't exactly sure what they're doing, and they eventually wind up with a spin. So you want to be able to just force yourself to, until you can do it 11 times in a lap, don't work on holding the tail out. Work on catching it and sending it right
Covering
back out.
and then catching.
Yep. Exactly like that. So you gotta catch it quick, because you'll never get it 11 times if you let it slide for a while. There you go. That was good. You linked two together. A little early on that flip.
Eli loves that.
You're doing really well.
Thanks.
Definitely feels like you're feeling it.
I still had my wheel turned to the right. What was
Yeah,
I
you did.
thinking?
Another thing I've figured out over the years is that everyone wants to rely more on the throttle than they should. Really think about what happens when you tuck the nose in. That will tend to send the tail out even more effectively than the throttle with more control. Oop, get on that throttle.
Get on it or
No, off.
Oh, okay.
You had blipped the throttle right then. If you hadn't done it, we'd have caught it. You touched it gently, but it was just enough to...
I get a second here.
Nice. That's right, set. Let the nose tuck, let the nose tuck. Wait for it. I think you're gonna have it.
Little style point there.
No.
No.
3 more laps. Nice. Nice. Okay, I'm going to tell you the next trick. If you want to kick the tail out, wind the wheel back in faster than you are. So you kick the tail out, and you've been letting it go completely to center and then sending it back. By just bringing the wheel in a little bit faster, it'll throw the tail right back out.
Don't have to use the throttle as much.
Right. So we're still doing the same thing.
You mean back that way?
Yep, closing the wheels.